Week 24 of Cycle 3, Hands-on Science. What does all that data mean? And we are talking about Bigfoot today. Have you ever heard of Bigfoot? It's just this pretend creature that, well, it's more like a mythical creature that people claim to see in the woods sometimes, but he doesn't really exist. People just claim that he exists. So he's sort of this wild imagination kind of thing. But people have been seeing him for many, many years. And so we have some data here of sightings of him in different states. And so I want us to look at this data together. So I think it would be great if we gave all of the kids this data so that they can look at it together. I want to first look at our data and see which state has had the most Bigfoot sightings. So if you look here at the list, which one has the most that you see? I believe the winner is Washington State with 641. Which one has the least number of sightings? Which one has the least number of sightings? And this data chart is in the Foundations Guide. It was also reprinted on Nicole Liam Yang's worksheet that I will probably be using. So which one has the least amount? I think it's tied. Delaware has 5, and Rhode Island also has 5. Where does it look like where do you see a clump of states that have a lot? Do you see anything like that? Or what do you notice? Like how many are there in North Carolina, your home state? How many are in your home state? My home state is North Carolina, and there are 96 sightings in North Carolina of Bigfoot. Wow. Alabama has 98. What's another one that has a lot? I see Florida has 312. California has 437. That's cool. So you can spend some time kind of looking at the data and thinking about that. And then together as a class, we're going to look at the data and we're going to make a graph kind of to show our data. So we're going to look at just one portion of the United States, the New England area. So we're going to look at Maine. And can you look at your chart and tell me how many sightings there have been in Maine? It says 17. There have been 17 sightings in Maine. How about Massachusetts? 33 sightings. How about Rhode Island? Rhode Island, 5. New Hampshire, sorry, I'm abbreviating more and more. New Hampshire, 16. Connecticut, 12. Vermont, 9. Okay, so this is the data we're going to use, and we're going to make a couple different kinds of graph. First, we're going to make a bar graph. These are our data points that we're going to be making bars for, so that the numbers of sightings is what's going to go up the side. So we're going to write number of sightings going up the side, and then down here on the bottom are the names of the states, or the abbreviations of the states. Okay, and now I'm just going to make a bar. Wait, first I'm going to go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. I don't need to go any higher than that. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay. So so that's an M. My bad. So in Maine, there are 17. So I'm going to make my bar go up. I'm just estimating up to the 17. New Hampshire has 16. Massachusetts, 33. So I'm just taking my bar up to that level. Connecticut, 12. Rhode Island, 5. Vermont, 9. And so that's our bar graph. That is our data in a bar graph. And then we can also plot the same data on a plot graph. So we're going to build it the same way. So this is sightings, and these are our states. And I think the kids could be doing this with you at the same time. And this time it might be easier if we do lines all the way across. 10, 20, 30, 40. So for Maine it was 17, so I'm going to plot my dot right about there. New Hampshire, 16. Massachusetts, 33, so I'm going to be right above that 30 line. Connecticut, 12. Rhode Island, 5, so right in the middle. Vermont, 9, right up under. And now I'm going to connect my dots. Down, up, down, down, back up a little bit. So both of these graphs demonstrate this data in different ways. Okay, now let's talk about median, mode, and mean. These numbers are easier to learn about when we are working with odd numbers. So why don't we eliminate this last one so that we're working with 5 numbers, okay? So the first thing we want to do is put these numbers in order from smallest to largest. So that would be 5, 12, 16, 17, and 33. So the median is the number directly in the middle when listed from least to greatest. So which number is directly in the middle when we're looking at these numbers right here? Which one is in the middle? 5, 12, 16, 17, 33. 16 is in the middle. This is the median. 16 is the median. The mode is the number that occurs most frequently. There's no mode for the New England area because none of the numbers repeat themselves, but we could look at our data for the whole United States and figure out what the median, what the mode is. So why don't we take a minute to look at the data again and find out which number repeats the most. And it is 22. There, 22 is seen 2 times. 5 is also seen 2 times. So there could be more than one mode. But let's move on to mean. Mean is going to be the sum of the numbers. Sum means addition. So we're going to add up all of our numbers, and then we're going to basically make a fraction out of it. So let's do this first. Okay, so mean, can you see that low? The mean is going to add, we're going to add all the numbers together, which is 5 plus 12 plus 16 plus 17 plus 33, and we're going to divide. That's what this number means by how many numbers we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We had 5 numbers, so we're going to divide it by 5. So when we add it all together, it's going to equal 83. We're going to divide that by 5. An adult can use a calculator to figure this out, and the answer is going to be 16.6. That is our mean. That is our mean for this set of data. So now that we've done that part as a class, you guys can hand out this worksheet and let them draw their own. And if you're working with little guys still, maybe you guys make another one with more data and let them help you draw a bar graph on the board. You could do a much better job of a bar graph where your lines go all the way across, so it's easier to see where your data lines should go up to. So I think that might be what I suggest for the littlest guys, but I think older kids can definitely take the data, choose this worksheet. I love because it's got the United States split into regions, and they know what states are in each region because they're in CC, and they can pick a region, write down the data from that region, either make a bar graph or plot the graph, and then figure out for themselves what the median, mode, and mean is for their certain region. So they can either do this individually or they could work as a table or in pairs. So there's a lot that you could do with this data, and you can even turn it into a bar graph, or sorry, rather a pie chart if you want to work on that together, especially the biggest guys. So have fun with this and with Bigfoot week 24, and congrats on the end of the year, guys.